Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Tarot Celebrity with your boy Ducky. Today, we are going to be doing part two of the Try Guys tarot card reading. So, today, I'm going to be reading some cards for Keith Habersberger, Zach Kornfeld, Eugene Lee Yang, and also Will Thayer, I believe I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, who was Alex Herring's fiance. Um, and so we're just gonna see like how they're doing, what they think of all the situations, the current situation that has gone on between them, and some advice for all of them for from this point moving forward. So remember to keep in mind that these videos are for entertainment purposes. Why is that? That is because we do not have Keith Habersberger, Ned Fulmer. Oh, I'm sorry. Keith Habersberger, Zach Kornfeld, Eugene Lee Yang, nor Will Thayer here to confirm nor deny that what I'm seeing and how I'm interpreting the cards that come out is resonating with them or is not resonating with them. So yeah, with that being said, let's get ready and let's start with Keith Habersberger. Why not? So let's start with that. Okay. So Keith Habersberger, let's get some thoughts on what Keith thinks of this whole situation. All right, let's get some cards representing Keith's thoughts, his current energy regarding all of this that has gone on. We got the Two of Swords in reverse, loss of a friendship for sure. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. What are some thoughts that Keith Habersberger is currently having in regards to this current situation that has gone on? Eight of Cups. And let's get another card. Yeah. The Seven of Cups. Yeah. So there are a lot of feelings going on here for Keith Habersberger that I'm seeing, and the reason why I'm saying that is because we got the Eight of Cups and we got the Seven of Cups here in reverse. And cup cards are all about representative of water, which is indicative of our emotions, our emotional states, our beings, our emotional beings. But let's start here with the Two of Winter, or the Two of Swords in reverse. Normally the Two of Swords talks about having a good friend, someone you can depend on, but because this came out in reverse, there is a sense that Keith feels that like there's a loss of a friendship here. There was someone that he could depend on, there was someone that he was close with, and that is not the case anymore. Things have changed, and because things have changed, there with the Seven of Cups coming up in reverse, the Seven of Cups normally talks about having a lot of options to be able to choose from. But when this comes in reverse, as it did for Keith Habersberger, there is an indecisiveness of what's going on for him. He feels very unsure of what to do next. Like what is the next move? What is the next what do we do? Like he lost a friend. He doesn't know, how close of friends they are going to stay. Should he be friends with Ned Fulmer? Should he not be talking to Ned Fulmer? But also it could also be like what I'm seeing with Ariel too. Like, is he also going to lose Ariel? Because with the way that the first video came out for Ariel, it seems that Ariel doesn't really know who to trust right now. She feels that some of the people, and I think it's in regards to the other Try Guys. I feel like she thinks that, they were all in on, like they could have all seen the clues and been aware of it. And she's just like, none of you guys like told me, you know, like, so who can I trust? So Keith is in like a little bit of like a little state of limbo. It seems that he feels like torn between two good friends, you know, like Ariel and Ned Fulmer, and he just doesn't really know what to do next. But with the Eight of Cups here showing up, there is like a sense of like travel or of like seeking out. So it does seem like Keith just needs to like maybe get away, spend some time alone, maybe spend some time like traveling, um, with Becky, his wife, and you know, just kind of like refilling their cup in regards to like everything that has happened. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here in regards to Keith Habersberger's cards. Now let's get some advice for Keith. Let's draw some tarot cards and we'll draw an Oracle of Visions card. We got the King of Cups, yeah. And we got the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, we got a king and a queen here. And then we got 35, card 35, which is all about 35 adds up to 8 in numerology, which is all about cycles, you know, patterns. What I'm seeing here for Keith Habersberger with this is to really kind of like see from things from a higher perspective, try and get the bigger picture of things. But like I'm noticing these bubbles, which there's that like lightheartedness. The advice for him is to try and stay lighthearted. He is a very lighthearted and cheery and happy and fun personality. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here for his advice, is to continue staying lighthearted about it. It's okay to, you know, like write things down, and maybe be a little bit sad, because there is a sense of change. There is that sense of like loss of a friendship or loss of friendships, that I'm seeing here. But we also got the King of Cups here with the Queen of Pentacles as his advice. So the advice that I'm seeing for him is to continue being caring, like the Queen of Pentacles. You know, she's very caring, she's generous, she's the most nurturing queen. And then the King of Cups is the most emotionally sensitive king, but he's also the most emotionally in tuned, you know, and he uses his emotions as his strength. So what I'm seeing for his advice is to use his emotions as his strength right now. Use it to like do some writing, like look at this book, you know, use this time, use this sadness to do some kind of like creative writing, write, jot things down, but also have that happy-go-lucky attitude that he normally tends to have, but also to be caring of those around him, you know, be caring of other people and continue to be there for them. So that's what I'm seeing for Keith Habersberger. All right, so let's get going with the next reading, and let's do Zach Kornfeld. So let's draw some cards representing how Zach feels about this whole situation. What are his thoughts? What are his feelings? What's going on? Okay, let's shuffle this one more time. Whoop. There we go. Okay. Let's get some cards representing Zach Kornfeld's current thoughts and emotions regarding the situation. We got the Page of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands, Prince of Spring in reverse. We got the 10 of Swords in reverse. Oof. I feel like Zach is one of the ones that's really taking this hard. Like, I know, like, it seems that Keith is also taking it hard, but I feel like Zach really feels hurt, really feels betrayed. Tower, big changes, big life experience, life changes going on. So let's start with this Knight of Wands in reverse. You know, the Knight of Wands is the most ambitious, fiery, passionate knight, the go-getter of the four knight cards. But when this comes in reverse, there is a sense of like he's feeling very unmotivated um, to work on goals, to work on like job and career things. There's an unmotivation that he's feeling right now. And the reason why that is because he does feel very much betrayed. He with the 10 of swords here in reverse, the 10 of swords talks about absolute betrayal, feeling hurt, feeling backstabbed. This is considered like the worst card out of the 78 tarot cards. So this came out in reverse. So there is a lot of betrayal and hurt that Zach is currently in or thinking. Because the suit of swords is all indicative of thoughts, the element of air, which is our thoughts and our voice, and so he does think that, like there's just a lot of backstabbing that has gone on with the situation. But because this card came in reverse, there is some healing that's taken place. There is a light at the end of the tunnel that I'm seeing. And we got the Tower or Life Experience card here as his last current energy card, which is all about sudden changes, sudden drastic changes. And 16 adds up to 7. And 7 is all about, having faith, regardless if he is religious or not, or believes in a higher power. There is this sense of like, he knows that they can come out of this. He knows there's light at the end of the tunnel from the situation, but he is mentally in a place like he's all up in his head right now is what I'm seeing. And because he's all up in his head, it's causing him to not really like be motivated or to even be focused on like what to do in regards to the Try Guys channel, their brand, their career, stuff like that. So let's get some advice for Zach Kornfeld. All right, let's get some cards representing advice for Zach Kornfeld. The Lovers, whoa! And the Three of Wands in reverse. Time, yeah. So let's start with this. The advice that I'm seeing for Zach is to really just allow himself the grace to let time pass by, to ground himself in knowing that time heals all wounds, time will help things pass. 40, can be simplified down to 4, which is all about groundedness. His advice is to really stay grounded in knowing that, with time things will get better, things will get easier. He will be able to start doing again the things that he loves. He will be able to get together. With time, he'll be able to get back together with Keith Habersberger and with Eugene Lee Yang, and they could like figure out what to do next, and stuff like that. But also, The Lovers is ruled by Gemini, and because I am a fan of the Try Guys, I do know a little bit more, so I can go maybe a little bit more in depth with this reading. The advice that I'm seeing for him is to really be close with Keith, to really like check in on one another, as time progresses, to continue checking in on one another, and yeah, and make sure that they're both okay. We also got the Three of Wands in reverse. The Three of Wands is all about opportunities, taking it advantage of opportunities or opportunities arising and coming. But because this came in reverse, the advice that I'm seeing for Zach is to not really focus on like the lack of opportunities. Like Zach is very much like a businessman. He's a Leo. He's a go-getter. He is all about structure. Is all about like, oh, we were on a schedule. We had a set schedule. We were supposed to do like four videos, like four major videos this month, and because of this whole fiasco, like we don't have the opportunities to really do that. We have to delay them. And so the advice that I'm seeing for him is to really just not stress so much about the plans that they had for their career, for their brand, for the channel, and to not focus so much on like that lack of opportunities coming up, but to allow time to just pass by and to know that he can spend this free time. He can use this time, instead of seeing it as like a lack of opportunities for their career, to see this as another opportunity for him to be around loved ones, to communicate and be there for people that he cares about. And yeah, things will get better within time. That's what I'm seeing for Zach Kornfeld. All right, and last but not least of the Try Guys, let's do Eugene Lee Yang. Okay, so I'll shuffle some cards, and we're gonna pull out some cards representing what Eugene thinks of this whole situation, what he thinks, maybe what he feels, and also give him some advice. All right, let's get some cards representing how Eugene is feeling about this whole situation. How is Eugene feeling? We got the Star. Out of the three, immediately, he's the most hopeful. He is the most, excuse me. I had a tickle in my throat. The Star is ruled by Aquarius, but the Star is all about, feeling bright and optimistic about your goals and future endeavors. We got the Four of Swords in reverse. Aquarius is an air sign, and then the Suit of Swords is related to the element of air. And then we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. There is some coldness here that I'm seeing, and if you are a fan of the Try Guys, it's no surprise that Eugene is very much like blunt and can come across as a little bit like cold, but I think it's just because he's just very blunt. So what I'm seeing here with the Star is that he's feeling very hopeful. He's feeling positive about things. I think out of the three Try Guys, he is the one that's going to speak his opinion, verbalize his opinions, and be like, what, this is a great thing. This, what has happened is great. Of course, it sucks that people got hurt, but it's great, that we're kind of getting this out of the way now, and it's helping us, be able to like progress and move forward in regards to our future endeavors. So there is that Star, that optimism that I'm seeing, that Eugene is thinking. But with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, there is a little bit of like coldness here that I'm seeing. Maybe Yeah, there's just like a sense of like coldness and yeah, just yeah. That's all I'm really like getting from that five of pentacles in reverse. Um, the four of swords now in reverse is all about not being able to rest. There is a sense of Eugene is kind of because he's feeling hopeful for the future in regards to his goals and whatnot. He's taking this time to kind of like work hard, like think of some ideas and stuff like that. But because he is kind of like planning for the future, planning for like future things without Ned Fulmer as a part of the Try Guys, there is a sense of like coldness here. And all I'm really picturing is that lie detector test where they asked Eugene like if he sees, if he thinks that Ned and Ariel will like ever get a divorce, and he said no, and they're like that's a lie, you know. I feel like Eugene kind of saw this coming from like a mile away, you know, miles away. So there is, I do want to kind of check my reference book for that five of pentacles in reverse because I do know that it represents coldness, but in reverse, bankruptcy, a great loss which could have been avoided. A rapid change of attitude to money is now needed. Um, so yeah, he is like kind of thinking of like, okay, we need to like change things in regards to like like monetary things in regards to the Try Guys brand. He is kind of like seeing like, okay, what do we need to do now in order to save, you know, like for our finances and stuff like that. But more than that, I do see like that, you know, a great loss which could have been avoided. There is a sense here that he knows that like all of this big old fiasco could have been avoided if there were just some more like some communication that would have been involved. Um and so I do think that maybe he does he is the one that's thinking like, you know what, like Ned should have come cleaner about this sooner, and all of this big old fiasco could have been avoided. You know, it could have it would have not have blown up as big as it did. So let's get some advice for Eugene. We got the Four of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. And the Ten of Swords. Oh. And we got 26. Oh. Yeah. So we got card 26 in regards to some advice for Eugene. 26 adds up to 8, which is all about cycles and patterns. So the advice that I'm seeing for Eugene is to really watch out, to really keep a close eye on like some patterns, some cycles that have happened. Um, and I don't know why. I'm just getting the sense that like he needs to really watch for his own belongings. The Four of Pentacles is all about, you know, holding on to your belongings, your prized possessions, you know, and holding those near and dear to you, like close to you. And the reason why I'm seeing that is because the Ten of Swords is coming up here, which is all about betrayal and backstabbed. So like I don't know there's if he needs to just either be close and be close to those that he loves and cares for, that way they don't think that Eugene is, you know, like betraying them. Or also kind of what I'm seeing, which is kind of weird, kind of odd, but I am kind of like getting the sense that he does need to watch out for his own finances, his own projects, because maybe someone's gonna want to kind of like come after his ideas as well. And for some reason, I'm just getting the thought of like Ned. Like he needs to watch out and keep his things close to himself, and his ideas, his finances close to himself, because it does seem like Ned is going to want to kind of like screw Eugene over. That's just, and I don't make these videos for like gossiping purposes and stuff like that, but I always felt this like animosity whenever I would watch the tripod, the Try Guys podcast, and the way that Eugene and Ned would interact, there was just like this heavy, thick energy. Um, and that's kind of just what I'm seeing, is just like now that all this has blown up on Ned, he's gonna try and like maybe bring Eugene down in some kind of way, try and hurt him in some kind of way, like backstab him in some kind of way. And I think it's just going to be in regards to like finances or stuff like that. So the things that I'm seeing here is like for Eugene to really keep his goals, his ideas, that he's written down and stuff like that, close to himself for this time. um because someone has a pattern, someone has a tendency to hurt people, um and hurt the people that are closest to him, or hurt people that are close, or that, in regards to like finances, there's just like some kind of hurt that I'm seeing here. I don't know, like, let me know in the comments what you think. It could be, but like that's just kind of just what I'm seeing for Eugene, which is really weird. um I don't know, there's just something going on there. All right, and last but not least, let's draw some cards for Will Thayer, which is or was Alex Herring's fiance. And some people wanted me to draw some cards for him, so that's what we're gonna do here. That's what I'm gonna do, and that'll be it for the video. Let me know if you want me to kind of like check in on the girls of the tripods. You can sit with us, see what they're thinking, and if not, we could just leave it as this, just a little two-part series. So let's get some cards representing Will Thayer's current energy and thoughts and feelings regarding this whole fiasco. We got the Seven of Wands. There's a certain level of confidence here. Be assertive, don't back down from what you believe. Stand up for yourself is what that card says. Which the Seven of Wands is all about, being confident. We got the Three of Wands in reverse. And the Sun. Yeah, easy. So the way that these cards came out for Will Thayer is that, he is feeling confident about everything that has happened, because it seems like he's really dodged a bullet, like look at all this movement here in this. It just seems that he really dodged a bullet. That, there's gonna be the Three of Wands is all about lacking opportunities. There is an opportunity that there once was, and it's not going to happen anymore. But he feels good about it with the Sun here. The Sun is all about joy, positivity, being grateful. So he is grateful. Like, there's all this fire here. The Sun is, of course, a card about the Sun, which is, all fire. And then we got the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands, and the Suit of Wands is all about representative of the element of fire, which is all about your goals, your desires, your passions. So there is a lack of opportunity that's going here. Like, okay, he's like, well, I guess I'm not getting married anymore, but he's feeling confident because there's that like bullet that was dodged. Like he's like, what, things could have been a lot messier for me, but they're not. So he's feeling joy, he's feeling overjoyed, he's feeling happy, he's feeling good, he's feeling at bliss. You know, he's like, you know what, things could have been a lot worse for me, and they're not, and now I could just, you know, I don't got to deal about all this stuff. So he is in a good spot, y'all. So don't worry about Will Thayer. It seems that he's pretty chill, sitting pretty, you know. All right. So anyway, let's get some advice for Will Thayer. Balance, yeah. Temperance, baby. And the Five of Wands. Challenges, but good challenges. Good challenges that will bring growth. And then we got freedom. Wow. Yeah. The advice for him is to really be free. You know, take this time to do what he wants. You know, the five is, again, indicative of challenges, but challenges that will like free you and make you stronger and bolder, and yeah, just being more free is just what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing in my mind. um we also got the Five of Wands, which Five of Wands is all about challenges, but because this card came right side up, these are good challenges. You know, he is in a situation that is really challenging him, and it is challenging, but it is ultimately helping him gain resilience, tenacity, and being able to pursue whatever it is that he wants to do now, because he's a free man is just kind of what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking. But with temperance here coming up, like the advice that I'm seeing is that like now that maybe he's free, or he's freeing himself of these challenges, is to not overdo it, to not go like too ham. Don't go too crazy with like, you know, maybe traveling or going out. But also what I'm seeing is to be open-minded to seeing other people's perspectives, other people's, you know, reasonings. The is like what I'm hearing also is to just kind of like for Will Thayer to be open-minded and receptive to hearing Alex herring out as to, you know, why she did the things she did. Um, but to not let her perspective taint his freedom and his bliss and his innocence. You know, like he's going through a challenging time, and he's trying to, you know, be kind about it and be cordial about it. um and so that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like I'm noticing this like red liquid. I don't know, maybe it's blood, I don't know what that is. But like I'm just seeing like, don't let, you know, other people like hear another person's perspective out, but don't let their perspective taint your thoughts, you know, taint your life, you know. um but like he's like a free man is just what I'm seeing. So anyway, that is it for this reading. This video went on a little bit longer than I normally like to have them go, but it's because we wanted to cover 4 different people's cards. So let me know what you thought of the video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, or a thumbs down if you did not like the video. That is totally okay. And remember to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and sexually. Love and respect yourselves and others, and stay hydrated. I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.